Hey boys and girls, welcome to another super exciting, outrageous toy review. Today, we're talking about episode 2 of Power Rangers Ninja Steel. The episode started with two teenagers stopped on the side of a road. There is a boy and a girl, and the boy is doing some maintenance on a truck. He gets it running again, he gets back in, and the girl gives him a hard time because he's in love with this truck he calls Nitro. And she says, remember, I'm your girlfriend, not your truck. They get ready to drive away, and junk from space falls onto the ground and blocks the road. So they hop out, they start looking at the junk, and the guy picks up this one weird big thing, and he like kicks it, and it transforms into a person. It turns out it's Mick. If you watched my first episode review, you know that the Red Ranger has a friend who can shapeshift. So when they escaped from the space aliens, Mick transformed into this piece of junk, landed. Now he meets these two teenagers. They get attacked, and once they kind of beat up the monsters a little bit, they get in the truck and race off to the high school to hide, I guess. They got to go there to fix Mick's wrist communicator. That's kind of the thing. I forgot what the plot point was there. Because he can't get a hold of Brody, who is the Red Ranger. So, cut to Brody the Red Ranger. He is hanging out with Preston and Sarah, who we met last time, and his buddy, like Red Robot or whatever. He has a robot that follows him around that was also in the alien spaceship. And Brody is with Preston and Sarah, and they go with him to his house where he lived 10 years ago before he was abducted by the aliens to try and find the Ninja Steel. They dig up a box that he thinks is where the Ninja Steel will be hidden, and inside it all they find is a photo, but the photo is Brody, his dad, his brother, and this trophy. And Sarah looks at it, and she remembers the trophy because in episode 1, there was this jock at the school who was kind of showing off and claimed his name was on every trophy, and she points out one that doesn't have his name on it, which happens to be this trophy. At the same time, at the high school, Mick is mistaken for the auto shop teacher, and for the new auto shop teacher, I should say, and the jock kid has just finished painting his car. And as he comes out of the spray booth, the air compressor blows up and throws paint all over the place. Just kind of adds to the silliness of the whole episode. While all this stuff is going on Earth, the main bad guy decides to change the theme of his show, Galaxy Warriors. And no longer are the monsters going to fight each other to try and pull a power star out of this ninja prism. They're going to fight the Power Rangers. So he decides to send a robot down to Earth. So he releases his little cameras to go find them. They happen to see Brody at his parents' house. And Brody explaining to Mick that the trophy has the Ninja Steel. And so Ripper Rat, who's over here, this blue guy with chainsaws for hands, comes down to Earth and he attacks Brody and Sarah. Nope, Brody and Calvin and Haley at the high school. The prism shows up, sticks into the ground. Brody tells the two new teens to reach inside, grab the power stars, and right then Brody, Preston, and Sarah show up. They all morph. Ninja spin! I was a little less excited about that phrase than I was hoping for. I guess it's, can't all be, I don't know. I don't know what I wanted. Go Ninja Steel is what I was thinking, maybe. Even that's not that great, but, Ninja spin! They all morph. They fight Ripper Rat, and he gets destroyed. It was great. Awesome effects. I enjoy the ninja moves and stuff. Their morphers, which are stars, have 3 different modes. There's a blade mode, a claw mode, and a bow mode. They use those to fight the monster. When he blows up on the alien spaceship, they decide to use the Gigantifier. Beam comes down, he grows. The funny thing was one of the Rangers goes, he's being gigantified. How do they know that that's what the bad guys call it? Oh well. So now they don't know what to do, but his chainsaw blade hands are jammed, giving them a moment to think. Mick looks inside the trophy, and along with the crumbly bits of Ninja Steel, there are these Ninja Stars that Brody's dad had made. And he throws them into the prism, and they turn into new ninja stars for their morphers. And when they put them in their swords and ninja spin, it calls on their Zords. Now, they each have their own interesting Zord that's all kind of connected to them in their teenager life. Kind of talked about it in the previous episode. And they all give them goofy names. They don't have a Zordon-like mentor who tells them, this is the Megazord, blah, blah, you know. So, Mick is kind of in that role, and he just kind of says, well, this is the legend of the Zords. And they jump on them. Brody calls his Robo Red Zord, because it looks like his red robot friend. Preston says, wow, a Dragon Zord, it's magic. We've had Dragon Zords before, but that's okay. Since Calvin's yellow truck is called Nitro, and his Zord is a yellow truck, he calls his Zord the Nitro Zord. Likewise, Haley, his girlfriend, has a white dog in real life named Cody, so she names her dog Zord Cody X Zord. Goofy names, but I don't know. It's Power Rangers. You never know what's going to happen. So they use their Zords to battle the monster. Interesting note, the Rangers don't get inside their Zords, or at least haven't yet. They ride on top of them. Now I'm thinking that when they form together, maybe they will actually get inside the Zords. But at this point, all we've seen is they kind of kneel on top and they stick their sword into the Zord. There didn't seem to be an obvious socket, but their swords, just slightly, maybe the tip went into the Zord, or maybe it was just touching the top of it. Not sure. A couple times it looked like they were steering with the sword, but most of the time it just looked like they were riding there on the shoulder or on a surface on the top of each one of the Zords. They finally defeat the monster and destroy it, and they go back to their high school to put everything in the spray booth, since the spray booth was destroyed by the jock kid and Mick's the teacher. You know, no one's going to look in there. I guess no one's going to spray paint anything for the rest of the school year. And they hide all the stuff in there. They notice the 6th ninja star, the Gold Ranger star, is no longer in there. So they know someone must have taken it out of the prism between episode 1 and episode 2. We cut back to the alien ship. The game show host is all excited that the ratings are great, that the fans love Power Rangers, and the main bad guy is angry that they have lost. The one monster that seems to have a female voice and like a white cat mask reveals that that monster has the Ninja Power Star for the Gold Ranger. We don't know if that monster can use it or will give it to somebody else, but it's sort of an interesting reveal that maybe a bad monster can get the stars, because it seemed like maybe it was a pure heart kind of thing. So it was a fun episode. It was great to see the Zords. It was good to see the final morph sequence. A lot of stuff going on in it. These first 2 episodes have been packed with stuff. Not a lot of hanging out and eating froyo and, you know, just doing teenager stuff like some seasons of Power Rangers. So it's been pretty intense. It'll be interesting to see how this rolls into the 3rd episode, you know, if it really starts to hit its stride. In the comments below, let me know what you think of Power Rangers Ninja Steel. Thanks for watching this super exciting, outrageous tour review. Make sure to like, subscribe, and check out our other videos.